Hey there, marketers and marketing enthusiasts. Welcome to another episode of Tool Time with Recommenda. I am Mary, the CEO and founder of Recommenda, your MarTech matching tool for all of your marketing technology needs. Today, we're going to be talking about business-to-business data tools and specifically Apollo.io. Excited to share my thoughts and feedback on the tool. Let's take a step back and start with the B2B data tool market. What do these tools do? First of all, they provide names, emails, phone numbers of prospects for your business. You're able to create lists of people based on your unique target market, and you can fill in missing pieces about your contacts. You can say your contacts moves companies and you need a new email address for them. You can find them in these B2B data tools. There is a product on the market that definitely is the leader in B2B data tools. So let's start with them. ZoomInfo, hands down, has the best B2B data tool. It is the best B2B data tool on the market. They have a monopoly in that, I have to say. And I've used ZoomInfo many times in my career. I loved it. I really don't have anything bad to say about it except its price. They have not found a way to be accessible to growing businesses, startups. Their entry point is $15,000 to $20,000, which is just not practical for your growing small business. If you have $15,000 to $20,000 to sign up with ZoomInfo for your B2B data, turn this video off and go sign up for ZoomInfo. We'll not argue with you. If you're like a large group of marketers and business owners who don't have that type of capital right now, keep listening, because that's what I want to talk to you about with Apollo.io. I would say that there is quite a drop-off between ZoomInfo and then the rest of the pricing tiers for B2B data tool. They tend to be similar in price in that kind of B tier, but there is a very big difference in the quality of what you're getting for that price. I think that Apollo.io gives you the best quality data and the most features for that second tier price point. And I use it for my business. One of the cool features that it has, similar to ZoomInfo actually, is intent data. And this intent data is there to help you create lists of target prospects who are actually in the market for your services, thus being able to potentially, increase the likelihood that they'll respond to an email or a phone call or whatnot, any type of targeting. So let's jump in and look at the tool and give you an introduction to the interface. So right here is the home screen for Apollo.io. And you can see it's very clean on the left here, that you can create workflows, tasks, gives you the overview of your analytics. Over here in Prospect and Enrich is really where you're going to be creating the lists of companies and target market. So actually, let me take a step back and explain that something really unique about Apollo.io is that it really is a sales tool in addition to a B2B data tool. You are able to actually send emails from your domain or subdomain in this case, and you're able to actually create the list and then create kind of drip campaigns to slowly target the people that you put on that list. Why is it important that you would want to do a drip campaign or use a subdomain when you're sending these emails? A lot of people do not know this, and it's something that I give Apollo.io a lot of credit for. Your domain health. So, if you are, in my case, at yourrecommenda.com. At yourrecommenda.com is my domain. So my email has a health score. And depending on how healthy that domain is, tells the receiving server whether or not they should be sending your email to spam. So if you do not take your domain health very seriously, any type of email you send out may not even be getting delivered to your target market. And Apollo.io does a fantastic job during onboarding of making sure that you have all of your security features turned on properly, that you're using a subdomain so that you're able to send those sales emails without impacting the health of your main domain. I give them a lot of credit for that because a lot of companies, I think it's a huge differentiator for them that they take your domain health seriously and they are putting into place procedures and stopgaps to help you keep it healthy. I have not found that with some of the other tools. Because you are able to use this tool for sales in addition to B2B data, that's a huge, a lot of companies probably don't even need a CRM if you're just getting started. You could probably use Apollo.io in the meantime until you can afford a CRM or until you have enough contacts to actually warrant the expense of a CRM. Because once you have a bunch of contacts and put them in a CRM, almost, not all, but a lot of CRM pricing models are charging you based on how many contacts you have in there. So that can get a little pricey once you have a critical mass of contacts. And Apollo.io kind of helps. If you're not ready for a CRM yet, you can do a lot of what you might plan to do in a CRM from a sales perspective in Apollo.io. And so then here under Engage is where we can, create sequences. We can actually write the emails. You can schedule, within your email, you can put like a meeting scheduler so that if somebody does want to just book time on your calendar, you can do that right through this software. So you don't need that Calendly, I forget how to say it, but you don't need another feature or another product to schedule your meetings. You can do that in the Apollo.io emails. Very cool. Let's take a quick look at all of the intent data that Apollo.io provides for you. So here you can see that you have the ability to select contacts or companies based on their intent. So are they looking for 3D software, different types of academic software, accounting software? So lots of different softwares here. But then they also have a lot of different services as well. Like, let's look through here. Maybe you're a developer and you are looking for B2B contacts who need a developer. You've got different features there for intent. You name it, they have it in terms of intent data. I think that's really, really powerful. And then when you're actually over in the software, selecting those intent features, you can say, like, how confident are we that this person or company are actually looking for this type of service? So, if you know what Recommenda does, we match you with marketing technology for free. We ask you questions to understand your use case, and then we make a recommendation. So one of those types of marketing technology you might be looking for is CRM software. So let's say I would like to make a list of people or companies that have a high intent to purchase or looking for a CRM software. We can go up here, and so maybe you're a CRM company who targets small businesses. So we would want to look for companies that have a small number of employees. So you can see down here, we're already at about 1,000 companies just with those two things. We're a small company with a high intent of buying CRM software. Once you're happy with kind of that group, but there's a lot more you could do to zero in on this in terms of industry, revenue. But once you're happy with that, you can go over to the people side and say, okay, I'm interested in targeting marketing directors or CEOs, whoever that is. And then here is where you can say, I only want verified email addresses. I highly recommend this. So, we were talking earlier about kind of the difference between ZoomInfo and then kind of that second group of B2B data providers. And I would say the biggest difference between them are the data quality. ZoomInfo, has A+ data quality. They are in there updating it faster than anybody else. And we know how often people are changing jobs, changing email addresses. It's constant. So if you go into Apollo or even a competitor to Apollo, and you think that you're going to create this list and you've got a perfect email list, you don't. So let me stop you right there. However, if you then narrow the list by verified, is the list going to get smaller? Absolutely, it is going to get smaller. But the quality of your list is going to go up astronomically. So if you're thinking about it in terms of the whole picture of what you're getting, you're still able to get high quality prospects with high data quality. Are you going to be able to get that in abundance like you can in ZoomInfo? No, but you can also only contact so many people, or if you wanted to download them and contact them, through your CRM or whatnot, you can only do so many of them at a time anyway. So I don't see that as a huge barrier because at the end of the day, what's your alternative? You don't have the contact information. So you might have a great newsletter, you might have great content, but nobody's reading it. You can't even get it to your target market because you don't know who they are. Let's take a quick second here to talk about the pricing for Apollo.io. So they do have a free plan, which the more videos you watch for tool time, you'll always hear me recommend try everything out for free first. If you don't like the interface, it's not the right tool for you, even if it's the right tool for the next 10 people in line. You've got to like the interface. It's got to be easily digestible to you. And Apollo does let you kind of go in there, and they honestly give you a lot for free, which to me is the sign of a really great product. Then you've got the basic $49, which gives you the ability to, now what's an email credit? Let's stop for a second. Email credits go back to what I was saying earlier about your ability to kind of create those drip campaign sales emails where they will target the people, you're able to send emails and create sequences for people on lists. They treat an email or an interaction using a credit. 120,000 credits is a lot. Like if you can use all of those up in a year, kudos to you. I don't think I could, but you also get 12,000 exports. So if you wanted to actually export the data, put it into a CRM or whatnot, you are able to do that. That is a lot of exports for $50 a month. It is an incredible value, I have to say. I use the professional tier at $79 per month because to me, 24,000 exports is where I want to be, and that makes me feel comfortable. I think I can get the most value out of that. But you also have for $120 a month. Now these are all the billed annually prices. Of course, you're going to get a discount if you pay up front, which I do highly recommend. You can get 48,000 export credits a year, it's just huge. So let's say what's 119 times 12? $1,600 for the year. You have the ability to get $48,000 or 48,000 contact exports. Let's put that into perspective. When I was using ZoomInfo, I think we had 20,000 exports a year. Granted, we had a lot of seats. I think we had 10 seats, which is a lot. But it was $15,000, and that was a few years ago for 20,000. So to be able to get 48,000 exports for a fraction is a great value, which is, a lot of people need that value, particularly when you are starting up. So what don't I like about Apollo? I'm always going to kind of give you the honest take of like what's good, what's bad. Going back to data quality, which in that B tier of B2B data tools, is it going to be perfect in terms of the data quality? No, it's not. I think the workaround, being able to use the verified, that's good enough for me, but if it might not be good enough for you. And that's where you're going to have to make decisions and concessions unless you have the ZoomInfo money, which if you have, great. You probably didn't make it this far in my video. Down the road, upgrade to the ZoomInfo when you can. In the meantime, highly recommend you give Apollo.io a chance. Just because Apollo.io is the right tool for me does not mean it's the right tool for you. That's why Recommenda is here to match you with the right marketing technology that fits your use case, your budget, your industry. And I hope this video has been helpful for you, introducing you to a new tool. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more episodes of Tool Time with Recommenda. Thanks so much.